I hope the Colts beat the Rams. I got both. I'm looking at both games.
Yeah. Sean, the countdown on you or no?
Yeah, we live.
Oh
Oh,
man. We didn't see no countdown like the
all
Royal
right,
Rumble.
right. You need to get the Royal Rumble countdown. Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite faces of the week. We are here, the Champions Corner podcast, ready to bring it to you live in the wreck, as only we can do. Follow us on all our social media platforms. Go and visit us at our website at championscornerpodcast.com, where you'll find the latest and greatest in wrestling information, and you see some of your favorite faces. How we doing today, fellas? I got the Alabama ambassador is back in the
yeah,
building. You
yeah,
know what I'm
man.
saying? He's
Yeah,
back in the building.
yeah.
You know what? If you only knew, that's a champion right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's a champion right there. If you only knew, he's a champion. He's a champion. It's good to see you, man. How you feeling?
Hey man, I'm in the building. I'm glad to see y'all fellas. This is much needed and much appreciated. Let's get it.
Okay, okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you know who Shula King is, you know what he say, ladies and gentlemen. Now I have the number one player on here.
That's right.
It's good to see my brother. But be warned, he's probably gonna reference Triple H about 10 times.
Oh
Easy,
But
man.
easy. I'm going with the over on that. I'm going with the over on that one on DraftKings. The
yeah,
over.
yeah. So, but he's the number one player. Very intelligent. My brother from another. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Player, how you doing today?
It's another beautiful day in Central Florida. I mean, I just have to say that it's a
Mm-hmm.
beautiful day. Palm trees. I'm not going to bore you with that, but it's a wonderful day. It's a wonderful day. We got the Alabama ambassador. He's back in the building. He's going to probably like a few things I have to say today. So we're excited, man. We're excited.
Or I may not be mad at it.
But then again, he might be mad at it.
Yeah, yeah.
Depending on what's going on. Hey, but fellas, y'all, we got so much to talk about. If in case you've been living under a rock, the wrestling industry, whether for good news or bad news amongst fans, has been a topic of discussions very high lately, for different reasons. But we got to keep on moving, like everything else. We got to keep on moving, man. The show must go on. And last night we did have a show in Fort Lauderdale, and it was NXT No Mercy. Now, we had 6 matches on the card. We get into the details of it, but I want to start from the top because, ladies and gentlemen, Ricky Saints
Yeah.
dethroned the ruler, the mountain you cannot climb, Obafemi. Now, look, I'm an Obafemi fan. He can have the belt as long as he want to, in my opinion. But, ladies and gentlemen, come on now. We've seen this before. When somebody gets dethroned, especially the first time these two meet, we about to move somebody up. We about to move somebody up. Me and the number one player was talking about it earlier today, and he has his picks of this. I'll let him get into that. But before we start, I gotta know, were you surprised by this outcome? And we'll start with the number one player.
Um, yeah, I was kind of caught off guard a little bit, but then once I sat back and enjoyed the palm trees out here that we're fortunate to have in Central Florida, once I came back to reality, I realized that everything has its reason and it's always has a purpose. And so, like the historian Lonnie pointed out, this obviously has to mean that he's moving up in the world. He's going on to bigger and better things. And I have a hot pick for you guys, hot take. It may not happen, but I love the fantasy book myself into a frenzy. So, this is what I'm thinking, man. Oba probably going to either go to Raw or SmackDown. I would love for him to go maybe to Raw. I love him. You know what? Raw's too convoluted right now. We need to give him a good path. We give him a good path. It's got a lot of drama over there. You got Seth wearing his wife's clothes, and it's just messy over there. Let's put him over there with SmackDown, right? And I would love for Oba to be the dominant figure that he's always been. I would love for Oba just to continue his reign, so to speak. What better way to have this thing jump off than him face to face with Brock Lesnar. We having Brock Lesnar 2.0, but in the version of Obafemi, just how Brock Lesnar came on the scene back in the day. Oba needs to come on the scene like this, just like Brock came on the scene. So I'm looking forward to that. That's a hot take. Now it may not happen, but I would love to see it happen, man. And what better way to have Oba first time out, outside of the amateur league, so to speak, NXT. NXT is all right. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. But what better way to have him come out and be a dominant force than to go right up head to head with the beast himself?
Well, my player, you left out that one thing. You ain't gonna tell me your very other hot take you said earlier today.
They ain't ready. They're
You
not
sure?
ready.
You sure?
They're
Well,
ready. So we're gonna go all the way in and fancy book this thing. So I was up last night on Twitter, but they call it X now. So a guy by the name of he's with the one of those wrestling companies out there, and he felt like I felt too. He put it out there. He says Oba needs to move up to either Raw or SmackDown, face Brock Lesnar, and be the pick in the Royal Rumble, this year's Royal Rumble. And I agree. That would be the way we need to showcase Obafemi because he's a dominant force. He's a dominant force. We're not talking about, a guy that need to be, slow walk. We need to go full throttle with this thing and just present him like we presented Brock back in the day.
Okay. Ambassador, what do you think? I mean, I think you want to say what I think you want to say, but I'm gonna let you say it because the people haven't heard it from you in a long time. So go ahead and let the people know what you're thinking about that.
Well, we got the first official one of this show. I ain't mad at that. I'm not, I, I'm not. I'm not mad at that at all. Like, I don't see it going that way, but I would love for it to go that way. As far as the first part of the question, was I surprised? In the very brief moment when he got the 3, I was like, "Oh wow, that's it."
Mm-hmm.
But then I thought about it. I said, "Well, this is how he always has to beat bigger guys. It's multiple tornado DDTs, multiples. It's always multiples."
Mm-hmm.
And so when it happened, I was like, "Well, he just did like 5 or 6 of them, like right then."
Mm-hmm.
Uh, in between getting his right or left pectoral about chopped off of him. My
Mm-hmm.
gosh,
Mm-hmm.
wow,
Mm-hmm.
that was crazy. But what he did, one on the table,
Mm-hmm.
one on the floor. He reversed one and from the fall from grace, and then he did. So it's about 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And he won, but that's how he beat Jasper Troy too, because he's not Rochambeau either one of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing I thought about once he got to 3, I was like, usually when the title match comes up, I'm always looking at, is there another viable challenger after this guy? If he gets past this guy, is there somebody else? There was nobody else for Femi to face.
No.
Yeah.
Nobody. There was nobody. So when he first challenged him, I said, "Oh man, they finna give it to Ricky because there is no." And this is like what was that heat wave when he came out? I said, "Okay, so they finna give it to Ricky because there's nobody for Obafemi to face." I don't know if y'all seen the clips, but Obafemi has been on like the house shows with the main roster.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I interaction with Rusev.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew that the title reign was coming to an end. But like I said, he for whichever singles title is in NXT, he's been the most dominant champion for each singles title, easily.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Easily. Like the NXT title was is a bit more of a 2 or 3 horse race, but as far as the North American champion, easily the most dominant. I know Wesley won a lot, but Oba was the most dominant. Um, he was also to me the most dominant NXT champion, like just clear cut. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
so, um, as far as his debut, I feel like he's going to SmackDown and he'll debut in that U.S. title open challenge and take the U.S. title.
Okay.
And I won't. I think I think that'll be more suitable for him to come in that way to make a splash that way because how you get him over on the main roster like you got him over in NXT, you put the mid card title on him, let him run with that and let him build from there, and then you can build him to uh the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, whatever, or
Mm-hmm.
he could have a long reign with the mid card title like Gunther had with the Intercontinental title.
Mm-hmm.
It's still going to be a stepping stone and a building block to the World Championship, but I think that is a great way to bring him in. Make him because we all know that even though NXT and Raw and SmackDown under all the same umbrella, not everybody watches NXT. So
Mm-hmm.
this would be a great way to introduce him to people and bring him along to to grasp the style of the main roster, which you really getting great training on that in NXT. But I think him being a surprise challenger for the US title open would be great for him to win it like that, and it'll give Sammy a new heel to have to chase, and it can help both of them. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
I think that'll be a more suitable way to introduce him to the general main roster public.
Let, let, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, because I just thought about this as you was talking, as
Crump
both of
said
you were
that
talking.
in the chat, right, or Lonnie?
What's that?
So Crump said Oba needs to beat Sami Zayn for United States title or beat John Cena. That's what he said. I'm surprised he said Cena because I mean he's a resident Cena guy, and you know a
He
lot of
said
our,
he
he
said that he need to beat
said
Cena.
that. He said, and now a lot of our Cena fans, they're Sherman soft these days. You know they are quite the softest fans on the planet. Now I'm
Wow.
surprised he said that. Surprise.
You are so childish.
Oh yeah, man! I told you I'm here all day. I'm here all day, family.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, because I thought about this. Do you think what they could do with Oba on the main roster is what they would probably wanted to do with Keith Lee?
Oh, hmm, that's a good question.
Rubs hands like Birdman. Um,
Good question.
that's a good, yeah. You know what? I think so. Well, we'll see because it's different management now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But we'll see because man, that's a good point. I think so. I think yeah, this will be a chance to get it right because boy, who they fumbled that thing worse than Derrick Henry. Man,
3 days in a row. We don't see what
yeah,
he do today.
right, right.
Okay. Well, you know, before we, so here's my take on it, guys, and thank you for your takes. So I'm thinking because not only did we have the match, but we also had an announcement about October the 7th in a pay-per-view that we haven't, or PLE, sorry, that we haven't seen since 2001, Invasion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
October 7th, TNA and NXT are going to have an invasion. 10 man, 5, traditional Survivor Series style, if I heard correctly, for the men and women. And I think also the Hardy Boys versus, man, I can't think of the name right now.
Dark
What's
State.
Stark State.
Dark State.
Which is crazy because they're about to fight the Dudleys. But anyway, so my thing is this. So if Oba lost the title, but are they going to use him in this invasion, or is it going to put him right on the main roster this week? Because I would think you would like to have one of your top dogs like that. He's an alpha male there. You know what I'm saying? To kind of defend NXT, right? So it's like, man, that's my other thought. Like, so what are they going to do? They got the title off just to kind of move Ricky Saints on. And to your point, Alabama ambassador, yes, Oba did beat everybody. But Ricky Sainson had his best rivalry already in the company was with Ethan Page, and he won and lost the North American Championship. So where do we go from there, right? Do they run it back with them? I mean, they can always build people up. Don't get me wrong. You still got Trick there and things of that nature. But so that's my thought. So are they going to really put him? Are they going to put him on the main roster this week? Or are they going to use him in this invasion?
I don't think they're gonna move him that fast.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll get him through this invasion angle. but we've seen it time and time again. People go up, and then come back just for
Mhm,
certain situations too. What
mhm,
better way to boost NXT by having Oba, if he does go up this week, go up, win the US title, and then come back to to do the invasion angle with the United States Championship.
mhm.
Like that's a nice little caveat, nice little boom for everybody. So I'm with it either way, or I ain't mad at it either way.
That's two.
Uh,
Within 10 minutes. He's back,
uh,
ladies and gentlemen. He's back. He's back.
uh,
Sean, you want to add anything to that?
I think he's spot on about that. Yeah, because I don't really see Oba moving that fast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving him maybe in the year, beginning next year, but I don't see what he would do in between that time. Not less just I don't know, because now that you mentioned it, that he's been doing the dark matches, me and Lonnie was trying to figure out this Friday at SmackDown whose theme song. Remember, we were trying to figure out who theme song that was for the
Yeah,
dark.
DIY. Yeah, it was DIY. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm like maybe that could have been over, but I don't know. I don't think he's gonna move anytime soon. I think he has to be there for the invasion angle because I mean
Yeah.
I don't see Trick because Trick's the TNA champ, so you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It'd
I think Mike Santana gonna beat him though.
be a conflict of interest, but
Yeah. Yeah, I think
I
Mike
talked,
Santana gonna beat him. I think Mike
I
Santana gonna
talked,
beat him this time.
I talked to Trick about working with him.
yeah.
Uh, Trick called me. Trick called me a couple weeks ago, and I asked him how it was to work with him because it's some people that I haven't worked with. He's one of them,
Mm-hmm.
and he said that he busted. Mike Santana busted his eardrum. I said,
Oh,
"Oh Jesus!"
Mm-hmm.
I, I, he's like, "Yeah, it's a weird injury, but you just let it heal." So I just he said he think that Santana was just nervous about being on that stage. It's not like he said it's not like he can't work. It's
Mm-hmm.
just he think you get that excitement, nervousness, that's nervous excitement, like, and
Mm-hmm.
I get it because you've been working that long and you finally make it to that stage. So I was just like, I didn't even know because that didn't even make the rounds that he was hurt, but
Yeah.
that came from him directly. He's like, yeah, that he got his eardrum busted, which is crazy because that could knock your equilibrium off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But I think the next time, what are they supposed to wrestle at Bound for Glory?
Mm-hmm.
So I think Mike could get it then. But yeah, that was just I don't know. I just that when y'all started talking about Mike, that's the first thing that popped in my head.
Yeah, but I'm with that too. I think Mike's going to get it again. And after that, again, same question. Where does that lead Trick? Because he's had a heck of a run with this TNA Championship. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
I think they'll put him with Ricky. Two
Mm,
charismatic guys going back and forth.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's gonna be something.
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yeah, if you know, right? But
Right.
but yeah, man, I think that was a good cap off there to kind of get people talking and wondering what's going to happen next, and then with the invasion angle and where did they go with that? There's so much. We'll come back to No Mercy for a minute, but there's so much kind of going on with what all this is going on, and everybody's thinking about what's going to happen at War Games. What are they going to do this year? Because it's going to be something big, right? Because it's in a stadium for the first time. I think Survivor Series is in a stadium, so it's
Yeah,
like, what are the possibilities here now? Then you know what I'm saying? Are we going to do a men's and women's? Are we going to do like a mixture of everything? So like, what's going to happen? Who's going to get called up? Because you're going to try to sell out that stadium, obviously, right? So you need something big to happen there. So are they going to move these people? Like, so much is going on. I know we'll talk about that down the road, but it's just something I'm keeping in the back of my mind because we're almost there, really. I mean, this week coming up is going to be October. So,
yeah.
Yeah, we're
you know
right
what I'm
there.
saying? Yeah. So, but I want to move on now. I didn't think Jason James was going to lose the title,
Mm.
but and when Lorna put down that submission in the middle of the ring, I did. I mean, the fans were on their feet. And I
Yeah.
was like, man, like nobody out there to cause interference, or so we thought, right? So we thought,
Yeah.
yo, she got the kick in the face. In
Yeah.
the face.
Face.
Like they talk about in what Coming to America, how they say
Yeah, in the
in the
face.
face. In the face. In the face. So man, like I was like, man, like, well, what's gonna happen now? Because again, it's like, well, who's gonna beat her? You know what I'm saying? Like she running through the roster too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You know,
Surprise.
you well, they've been trying to build her for a while, man. It's all about timing, right? We know that about wrestling, and for her now, it's perfect timing, man. Now, granted, I didn't expect her to have it this long, but she beat Stephanie Vakir, and it's like been enrolling ever since, you know. But as we know, Stephanie, I think, went to the main roster like the next week, I think. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I asked what I asked about Oba. So, but in this particular case, obviously, it's an invasion right now. But yeah, man. So, what do y'all think about Jason Jane? Like Lola Vice, yeah, we kind of figured she might lose, and we'll see who that is. Obviously, probably this week to see what's going on. Um, but yeah, what do y'all think? I mean, personally, I think Miss Parker, I think Miss Parker gonna end up taking it down the road. But you know what I'm saying? I can't speak too soon on that, you know.
Yeah,
I just
I,
want to say
I don't know, man, because she got a little Lash Legend problem going on right now. So they got real things going on right now. So I mean, eventually she could probably be in the running, but right now she gotta do something with Lash Legend. Lash Legend, I mean, you saw what she said last night. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
Saw what she said last night, and they
she
went
want
they
to
went
lead it.
in the entrance way of the event. So I don't know, man. Maybe Lola Vice get another chance at it.
Nah,
They
I think that's a one and done. Honestly, man, I ain't gonna front.
think so.
I think that's a one and done, man.
Yeah.
Why have somebody attack her? I mean, and just to go back for the title, you know. Okay, maybe she might have a rematch on the NXT show or something like that. I don't know, but I really think it's a one and done.
I
Hmm.
mean, I think she can come back around to it, but
Hmm.
that's it for her right now due
Hmm.
to that attacker. We all know that attacker is a whole nother storyline for her.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's to branch her off. So, and I'm gonna be honest, uh, I, I, I didn't care how that match went either way. I was like, can both of them lose? Like, uh, I mean, I get it. That now I like how they built her Lola Vice up for the whole hometown win thing. But we all know WWE, just because you're wrestling at home, you're more likely to lose than win. And
That's
Hometown.
Randy Orton.
Yeah, ain't your hometown.
That's Randy Orton.
right,
I don't think
so
I don't think Triple H had ever had that issue, but I mean, we don't
Had they
know.
been wrestling? They been wrestling Greenwich.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
But that's 1-2. Hold on, let me keep tab. I ain't mad
right.
at that two. Triple H reference one.
Wait. So
right.
let me finish my point. So you guys said it best. I mean, that's where I was getting to. Like, eventually she'll come back to this type of scene, man. But in the chat, RC said exactly. He took the thoughts right out of my head. I mean, he's literally got some type of crystal ball, some type of magic that he's working out there wherever he's at. Because this is exactly what I was about to say. Like, they'll probably have Soruka take it from JCJ in the end when it's all said and done.
Well, no, no, because she kind of just babysitting the North American Championship.
Yeah, I wonder why they ain't put that on the line last night instead of that speed. I guess they're trying to
Well,
get the speed over, I suppose.
they got to build, they got to present the speed championship. They're not just gonna do away with it.
Hmm.
They got to present it because they made it a thing. They didn't spend time on it now, so they're gonna make it. They're gonna try to make it work. I would hope that Zarya takes the North American title from her or something. I honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I thought Jada was gonna get the speed title last night. I was like, word, okay, well, this is like a nice constellation. I much rather her have one of the two main titles, but
Hmm.
you know, if you want to satiate my palate, you know what I'm saying? Because we know most of the theme songs in the company are trash, but her the song goes so hard. Like
Hmm.
from the moment that bass line drop, I'm like, oh, I be Like, you just get you get the bouncing, and I was like, but I would love to see her or Lash take the title off that boring. That JC Jane girl is boring to me.
Mhm.
Boring, bro. She's just like watching paint dry. Boring.
Right. Like I'm like, oh my, I don't that theme song is annoying. Uh I will say this about her. She is doing what she's supposed to do with her character. That I will say. I'm not saying I don't know her personally as a person. I never met this young lady. I'm talking out just based off my opinion. She's boring to me, but she's good at being a heel. Very good. And she's kind of transitioned on what kind of heel she was from like um the chicken shit heel to like the annoying heel to being a dominant heel. Like she in each phase of her title reign, she's moving up the heel ladder. Some people will get that and some won't. But again, y'all know I'm looking at it through a different lens. And
Mhm.
so
It's
but
definitely
she's doing exactly what she's supposed to do. I just don't care for her. And then Lola Vice was doing what she's supposed to do as
a
a
face.
baby face, even though she portrays a tough baby face. I don't care. I know a lot of people like her. They think she's hot. I'm cool. I'll take Miss Parker though, and that's just how I feel about. It. So I didn't care for that match too tough. But I did get into it based off the emotion. Like when they start getting you with the emotions, that's when they pull you in. That's how I got pulled in. Because I'm like, oh man, she finally gonna do it. I would be happy to see the moment for her because I think this was her third or fourth time fighting for the championship.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Because everybody was, had to be around for that Roxanne Perez era. I the yeah, it didn't do a lot for me, but I did enjoy the match. The match was way better than what I thought it was gonna be though.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hmm. It
I,
was
I
way
was I would say that too, and even like for Miss Parker and Soruka, yeah, that was. I mean, it was what it was as well. I mean, I didn't expect much from it honestly because I honestly didn't think Jay was going to win, especially to kind of being a replacement like that. I didn't think she was going to win, but it was probably
Yeah.
just to get her with Last Legend and kind of get something popping off there, man. Honestly, but hey, here we are. We got something going on, and who knows that match can do that rivalry can do something great for the not only for NXT but for the company as a whole before the year's out. Two heavy hitting women just kind of going at it like that. Man,
Right.
that's what you want to see, man. You want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to elevate them, and people eyes are on that. Like, okay, let's see what they do with this. This is big time now. Let's see what
Right.
they do. Like, what can you? This is why in situations like that, me personally, how I look at it from a lens is what can you do to put people's eyes on what you got going on versus everything else. And this is why I respect Drew McIntyre so much. Drew McIntyre was kind of added in because for WrestleMania 40, clearly when Punk came back right before that, we was going with Punk and Seth. It was obvious. Punk gets hurt in the Rumble, Drew's in, right? How does Drew keep the match relevant when Seth is already not only teaming with Cody, right, to go against Roman and The Rock, so the biggest names in the company at the time, right? How does Drew keep the match interesting, right? Like, because every week it was always about that. With The Rock did cool when they busted it open, when they had these 30-minute promos in the ring. Drew was still keeping the match relevant. So don't worry about them. Worry about what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to take care of business. We've been here. Don't stop worrying. He kept you interested in the match, that you didn't forget about it.
Right.
You know? So that's what I hope happens with Miss Parker and Lash, because I know they're hungry for it, man. And if you can make them pay attention to you, even with this invasion angle going on, which is a challenge. This is a challenge because people want to see these types of things, right?
Right.
So man, but if you can still don't forget about the homegrown talent, right? So I want to see them like take it away. Like invasion, what? No, we gotta look at this over here. You know what I'm saying? We gotta look at this over here. And that's what I would like to see personally. And I think this last night was just a snip. Like I look at NXT No Mercy as just a transition pay-per-view right now. You know? So what you got Halloween Habits coming up, and I forgot what's after that. But that's usually WCW. When I was growing up, Halloween Habit was my favorite show growing up.
Mine too.
Yeah,
Mine too.
they
Yeah.
say Starcade the granddaddy of them all. I never really looked at Starcade as the biggest show of the year personally. because I only think they only had like 1 or 2 big matches, but I think Halloween haven't had like 6.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now there you go, man. It's already set. The foundation is set. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. And that's all I have to say about that particular thing. Any other thoughts on those particular matches before we move on to the next one?
So I just got just a thought because you guys mentioned the invasion and everything. One person, maybe this person was off camera during the invasion. I did not see uh formerly known as Jakara Jackson, but now I think that she's got a new name now.
Oh
But
yeah.
I did not see her on anywhere doing this invasion part. And so it makes me wonder, are they holding on to her to, I guess, this is me again, just fantasy booking. Are they holding on to her to interject her into the Lash Legend and Miss Parker stuff going on?
Go ahead, mark me down for number 3.
Hey, with some fries and a power weight.
Yeah.
Because we didn't see her. And I mean she
Uh,
DNA. And so I'm like, now is there some technical stuff going on, or are they really like holding on to her to interject her into the stuff with Lash Legend and Miss Parker? That would be interesting. That would be very interesting.
You know, that would be interesting. Again, to Jacoby's point, it's like you're pulling on the heartstrings again. Because the question would be why, right? Why? Because I don't see her doing. I would see her potentially causing Lash something, and then it'll be the why,
Right.
like right? Because it's like because she won't like why would she try to help Lash in this particular case, right? Like have them do something together, because I think Lash as her size and working big, you know, this would be a good thing. Because sometimes the bigger individual, taller wise, and the shorter one, somebody's a star out of that. Like we've seen Shawn Michaels wrestle how many big guys back in the day? The Diesels, the Sid Viciouses. You know what I'm saying? Like all these tall folks, man, just to kind of and he came out of mind and said he found it as easy. Undertaker. You know what I'm saying? All these different people he worked with, and somebody always comes out of star on the other side of that. So yeah, I'm all right with I'm good with that. Number 3. Go ahead and say it, Jacoby.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, come on. We gotta catch up, man. Hey, you gotta get it in every time, man. We got a lot of stuff to go through here.
You know what? That might be best for business.
All right, I'll put you down for number 2 too, Sean. Good gracious.
Right. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. All right.
Hey, as we continue on here, man. So on Friday night SmackDown, with the champion corner was in the building.
We were there.
We were there. Javon Evans came out as Sami Zayn's open challenge challenger.
Yes.
And let me tell you something, man. And Josh Briggs was there in the audience too, because if you saw, he knocked the heck out of Javon Evans after the match. Yeah. But man, that man and number one player, number one player. Go ahead and tell him what you told me if you remember what you said about Javon Evans that night.
I said, because it's all about the moment. For those of you that's watching, I need you to lean in just a little close. I need you to lean in. It's all about the moment, taking opportunities. I know. Thank you for leaning in. I appreciate it.
You asked.
It's all about the moment and taking opportunities. And Javon took his moment and ran with it. I mean, you could not hear. It was pandemonium in the building. I mean, that was pretty much the highlight of the night, because we all thought that it was going to be who do we think it was going to be coming out?
Shinsuke, because we saw him walking in the back. Shinsuke, we thought it.
Shinsuke. Because we saw him kind of like off in the shadows, look like he's Master Splinter back there or something. You know?
That's exactly what he thought looked like, though. I ain't gonna lie. That's exactly what he looked like.
But this boy, he got so. I have to be on record. I was on record one time saying, ain't nothing to this guy. This guy is legit. You hear me? He is legit. To go toe for toe with Sami Zayn, and almost like Booker T said, wait a minute. He's about to win. Wait a minute. We all thought, and he had everybody on the edge of their seat, man. He really took his He took his opportunity. The boy is a star. He took his opportunity. That was a great way to re-enter, because this is not his first time on SmackDown, but it was
Mm-mm.
a great showing for him to be there. I mean, a great showing, because I'm sorry, I'm all about you taking the opportunity that's given to you and you doing something with the opportunity. And he did his thing. He did his thing. I was blown
Now,
away.
so I'm gonna say this because obviously he won this match at NXT No Mercy, but I want to add to that is that Jacoby, you would know this obviously better than me, but I think they really trust him. They put him in the ring with Randy Orton in St. Louis. They added him in a match which I thought at the time was supposed to be Trick and Oba, triple threat match. Then they let Oba threw this man out the ring onto a table.
Yeah.
What is he? What, 21, 22? Something like that?
21. Yeah, 21.
21 years old. And this man done did like what people like half of what people wish they could do in like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? The young OG, what they call him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I had a feeling after that, and now granted, he could have lost to Josh Briggs and it kind of got that emotional push again, but he won after having a heck of a match on SmackDown where Sammy raised his hand, pointed to him, and if I remember correctly, Sammy got out the ring.
He gave him the ring. He gave him the ring.
How often does that happen when the champion wins, especially against somebody up and coming? The
Wow.
veteran? Come
He
on, man.
needed that Sami Zayn gave him that rub, man. You need that rub. I don't care who nobody says. Everybody needs the rub from somebody
Mhm.
to get to that next level, to announce yourself. And I often talk about it, how in wrestling, just because you lose don't mean you didn't win.
Mhm.
And this is another one of those cases where Javon might have lost, but he certainly won, because that one match is going to propel him to so much more.
Mhm.
And it now, if you look at what they're saying, it looked like it's about to be him and Leon Slater.
Yeah.
Now, wow, that's going to be something. That's that's going to be something. And I like them doing that, because you don't have to push him somewhere where he could be lost in the shuffle. You
Mhm.
could kind of put him in his element elsewhere. This It's a lot of things that I'm not really feeling about wrestling right now, but this is certainly one of the things I am feeling. The
Mhm.
fact that companies are working with each other and you don't have to be in one place to make an impact.
Mhm.
And uh the fact that you can win multiple. Mainstream wrestling is like independent wrestling now,
Mhm.
to a certain extent.
Okay.
You can go to different places and win titles in different places. Different crowds see you, different people are seeing you. And I until he said it last, I never even thought about Javon Evans wrestling for the X Division Championship. But if you go to the heart of what the X Division is, that's what Javon Evans is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or at least the original status of the X Division. Javon Evans is that. We all know Leon Slater is the truth. Um, and I'm very interested in seeing that matchup. And like I said, this gives Javon something else to go for, where he doesn't have to, because he's getting to the next level. But you know how some people get there, but they never quite put him over that hump.
Mhm.
This can get him over the hump by doing something completely different, and while continuing to raise his game, while
Mhm.
he's elevating in more than one spot. Javon Evans is climbing more than one ladder at one time, is what
Mhm.
he's doing. And so I think this is great for him. Um, he was such a young kid when I first met him, and this was years ago. Um, but I never, what he is now, I never saw that back then, because he was just so young then. And but this is great. I'm excited for it, man. He put on quite the jolly good show with Sammy. I mean, but it's Sammy. I like people that have a problem with Sami Zayn are crazy because he can work with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
He can work with anybody and make it look good. I love how he's turned the haluva kick into the Blue Thunder Bomb combo pin. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an excellent finish for him. I was never mad at the kick itself, but if you're gonna do the kick and then the Blue Thunder, because the Blue Thunder looks like a finisher,
Mm-hmm.
so why not do? Back in the day, a lot of people had a two-part finisher anyway. Jake the Snake Roberts had the short arm clothesline DDT. Terry had the boot and the leg drop. You just had Ultimate Warrior press slam big splash. So y'all see where I'm going with this. It's plenty of people had two-part finishers. Goldberg spear jackhammer. So
Can I
I
add one
like
to
it,
that?
man.
Can I add one to that?
Yeah.
Can I add one to that? Double axe handle. If I remember correctly, now double axe handle elbow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes, he'll do it just like that. If he just implants you with a body slam.
Yeah,
So, yeah. So, like, I'm with it, man. So, hey, much props to that young man. I'm always glad to see it because I was like, when he was talking about who the challengers could be, and he's like, we're in Orlando, it could be, it could be anybody. I said, so it's gonna be somebody from NXT. But even when I thought it was gonna be somebody from NXT, he never even crossed my mind. So I was happy that it was him. And just to hear how that was the perfect place to put him. I'm talking about Javon Evans. If you're gonna introduce him to the main roster like that again, the perfect place is Orlando because we all know that NXT crowd was in there.
Mm-hmm.
So that was we can trash them for some of the questionable booking, but I think that was the absolute perfect decision. Any top star from NXT would have worked well, but Javon Evans was like you couldn't have made a better choice.
I got a hot take. But I want to know, Sean, you want to say anything about that?
Yeah, we was talking
Hold
about.
on, Jacoby. Hold on, Jacoby on the lean. I got you. Hold on.
we were talking about double finisher moves like the hoop kick to the Blue Thunder. I remember the spine buster to the pedigree. I mean, that's just me. Maybe the digital audience can help me out with that one. But maybe that's just me living in the glory days. But I think that it was a really good showing for Javon Evans, and I really like the fact that Sami Zayn. I gotta give the props to Sami Zayn too. I've given Sami Zayn a hard time on this show, but I gotta agree with the Alabama ambassador. I yield the floor. I yield the floor.
Look here, man. You talking about? You know what? I'm not even gonna worry about that first. Here's my hot take. Javon Evans wins the North American Championship.
Oh,
from Ethan Page.
Wow,
I like it. That's good, and they got a story. They got a built-in story from their past run in with the jaw situation.
So that's what I'm thinking. Especially this man had a heck of a weekend. I'm telling you, man, and honestly, Tavion, I don't know. I'm thinking that's done. Honestly, again, I think it's a one and done. You know what I'm saying? No, no offense. I'm just saying. So Ethan Page needs somebody else to kind of come up here. I mean, him talking about the greatest North American champion. This man is living that gimmick.
He is.
This man is living that gimmick till you want somebody to knock him off that pedestal.
Because Chelsea Green added sauce to the gimmick too. So
yeah. I mean, like this guy's really doing it up, man. So so that's my hot take on that. And I expect Ethan Page to win last night. No, Timmy, no offense, but I expect Ethan Page to win. Hands down. You know what I'm saying? Hands down. Thanks for coming. Thanks for showing
Zero confidence in the young man. Zero.
Yeah. Listen, just thanks for coming. Thanks for doing your job. Hey, what's that show? Next. They should do back in MTV.
I'm still trying to pinpoint his exact gimmick because it's almost like a cross from Bruce Leroy to
Get off
American
the stream right now. Go away. Go away.
Hey, man, we having a good time here, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, this is what we do in the Champions Corner. We having a good time. Good time, man. Hey, but I saved this one as we transition to the last match that took place. Um, Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe.
Ooh, yeah.
You know, obviously this one they're tied. So I'm a big fan of rubber matches as it is. So this has to. But when you go into a weaponized cage match,
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, like, what do you like? That match was made for Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, ain't no way she gonna win that one. And if she does, but Jordan pulled it off in general. What I mean was, I didn't think Blake was gonna win because this match was made for Jordan Grace. Somebody who I thought would have been women's champion already in NXT. Honestly, But
Yeah.
Mariah May says she's the next. So you got all this going on, man. Did I call Mariah May again?
You did.
I did.
You did.
Blake Monroe. Look, we know who she is, ladies and
Right.
gentlemen. So so what do y'all think about that match? Do we get another one? And if we do, two-part question: do we get another one? And if we do, what would that match be? And of course, talk about how you felt the match went. But Alabama Ambassador, we'll start with you on this particular one.
I don't think there will be another one because her theme song says it perfectly. It's not over until I win. Like, and she won. So do we get another one? I don't know. I don't think we need another one because where do you go after that kind of match? That was a good blow off match. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think they need another one. If they do, they can only really do like a last woman standing at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that if you do have a match, I think it has to be last woman standing. And I again, it wasn't the match I was really looking forward to, but it was way better than what I expected. They
Mm-hmm.
brought their A game, and I was very pleased with it. I was like, "Oh, this really turned out well." I like the fact that there was no escape in the cage; it was strictly pinfall or submission.
Mm-hmm.
That really raised the stakes, and they went out there and did what they were supposed to do. Very pleased with the match,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think they need another one. I know it's 1-1 right now, but if if they do another one, let it be after one of them wins the championship
Mm-hmm.
because that's kind of the only way you could really raise the stakes of this situation. Like I said, it needs to be a title match or a last woman standing match, and
Mm-hmm.
that's how I would do it because I could split them up for a while now and let them both do something else. Or Jordan Grace can finally go and win the championship now. Finally, you know what I'm saying? So that could be who JC Jane gets next. He finally like Jordan Grace finally doesn't have nothing in her way to get to her. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my take.
So before I say that, we want to go back. We do got a comment here in the comment section from Ronald Crumpton. He says they're just trying to roll with the Olympic athlete gimmick like Tavon, and just like with Tyra
Oh,
Mason.
Tyra May still. Well, yeah, because the Gable Stevenson thing didn't work, so they had to put it on somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah.
boy, I'll tell you, Mr. Highlights is on it. Shout out to RC for always having weddings on wrestling event days.
Hey, listen, that's where the love happened, man. It's all about the love.
I mean,
But
if I get married again, Crump, if I get married again, I'm gonna make sure I do it SummerSlam weekend, baby, just for you, just for you. Be there.
Hey, I bet he rolling his eyes right now too.
right.
And probably get ready to type a paragraph. So get ready.
Yeah. So, Blake Monroe, I keep wanting to call him Mariah May too, but that match was better than I thought. I mean,
Right.
a lot of the matches on that card was better than I thought would be because I ain't gonna lie,
Right.
I wasn't like anticipating a whole lot, but this match was really good. I was like a weaponized steel cage match. Let's see how that's gonna roll, and man, Jordan Grace almost made it out without them tracks, man. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. I thought every last track was about to come out of that girl hair. She went to the head with the scissors. So you're right, Alabama ambassador. There's no other way to go after this match. It has to be a title either on the line or another type of stipulation, maybe a 2 out of 3 falls match, something like that. You know, or Iron Woman match, something like that has to take place next, because I think they both just need to go their separate ways now and then see what the future holds. Maybe they'll come back together. One of them is the champion, one of them not, or both of them can go for each prospective belt, and then we can have champion versus champion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, that's an interesting take, man. I kind of want them to have one more match. They haven't. I know cage matches can usually end robberies, but now that y'all talking about the possibilities of the matches, the last woman standings or the Iron Woman matches and things of that nature, man, that would be something else. But I think the Alabama ambassador, I think Jordan Grace is going to go for that title next.
Yeah,
I think. Now whether Blake costs us something after that and they kind of do something from there, but yeah. But yeah, like I said, I think the whole show is a transitional show, honestly, to the next thing. Just like I believe a lot sometimes with WWE September, October pay-per-views or PLEs, honestly. I just feel like the transitions to like Survivor Series or something like that, it builds up to it. That's just how historically that's what I felt, honestly. Just like but we're gonna see what happens now. Again, the big news coming out of the night, you have Oba losing. You got an invasion coming up. Man, there's so much to tie it to. It's like a continuing thing. This plugs to this, and then this plugs to that, and then we come back around here and do that. Man, so much going on right now, man. It's moving fast. Moving fast to the point where you miss a show, man. You're way behind. You're way behind, man. So definitely want to keep your eyes glued to NXT next week to see what Ava and Santino Marella is going to do. They're going to do what they're going to talk about. What do you want to talk about? We're going to find out Tuesday on NXT. We're going to find out Tuesday on NXT. Fellas, are we ready to move on?
Let's do it.
Before we roll, Mr. Highlight says Jordan Grace, as he put it, she didn't had enough title shots. What do you guys think?
So, Mr. Crump, you're not going to talk about anything about this wedding thing? You're just going to go right to that?
Wait. For his sake, I think he's at a birthday party. He's not like at a wedding. He's at a birthday party.
Nah, he was at a wedding yesterday.
Yesterday. Yeah.
I can imagine him saying that too. She didn't have enough time shots.
Somebody got to take it off of JC Gray. So why not have it?
Yeah. But appreciate you, Crump, for rocking with. Keep rocking with us, bro.
Let's get on.
But yeah, man. So we're gonna talk about a little bit of everything with this, but there's 3 matches already booked for Crown Jewel. And I want to kind of talk about how that's implemented from this past week. And I want to start with Cody and Seth.
I thought you were gonna talk about Miss Botched.
No, we'll get to that. We'll get to all that stuff. We'll get to all that. But I want to talk about Cody and Seth. Why? There are a lot of things going on right here. And if you know, right? We go back to a few years ago, at WrestleMania 38, Cody returns. He beat Seth, right? Seth, say I'm on top of my game. He beat Seth because, kayfabe wise, I didn't know who my opponent was going to be, right? Okay. But then I get a rematch at WrestleMania Backlash at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And he loses again. Oh, wait, there's more. Cody tears his pec. It's not a Hell in a Cell. Well, we're at for the Hell in a Cell show. And guess what? He still beat Seth. And wait, there's more. Listen, when the Shield was really at the top of their game, Roman and Seth was tag team champions. Who took the titles from them?
Seth.
Cody and Dusty.
Yeah.
So, when he said, now Cody said on Monday, I mean, if you saw the promo, they kind of had a little back and forth. But what Cody ended it with, he said, will the match be 1-on-1? And out of all those matches we had, how many have you won?
Mm.
And he left. Listen, Seth Face told it all.
Yeah.
When he was in the back room and his wife was kind of talking all outside of her neck, he was
way
sitting there just
outside
kind of just really spinning his watch, thinking
Yeah.
because he's second guessing himself. Now, look, we knew at some point we were going to get back to this match, right? We knew at that point. Now, Cody won Crown Jewel last year. I don't personally think Cody going to have a back-to-back again like he did the Rumble. But I got to hear what y'all think about this because we know this was going to happen for a while. And with Seth leading a new group right now, will it hurt him to lose again?
Ooh.
And if he does, is it straight up or is it because of CM Punk?
Oh man.
You got a lot of layers to this one, bro. God.
You got to pin it. Hey, bro, you know me. I lays it in. I got to talk about it.
I think, in my personal opinion, I don't believe Seth is gonna lose this go around.
Okay.
I don't believe it's gonna be 1-on-1. And I don't think Seth is losing. And if he does lose, it should be specifically because of CM Punk. I feel like that's the only way he should lose this match. But I don't see him losing it, having this whole group and as super as Cody is, I don't know if he's gonna be able to overcome that. But if Rollins does lose, it does need to be because of Punk.
Okay.
All right. Well, in Cody Rhodes we trust. So Cody Rhodes is going to win this. He's going to win this hands down. And primarily because of your boy CM Punk. Let's not forget, CM Punk was crowned the world champion not too long ago. He held the title in his hands, ladies and gentlemen. He was right there. And who came and snatched it away from Seth Rollins? I mean, from CM Punk. So do you think CM Punk is just going to because we won, me and AJ won, I'm just going to go off into the sunset? No, he has to further drive the dagger between him and your boy Seth Rollins, further escalating their hatred for one another. I may be fantasy booking here again, but I think that's the way it needs to go down. And if it goes down like that, somebody from WWE contact us. Let us know you saw this episode first, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. Cody Rhodes is going to win primarily because Seth Rollins, and I don't think Cody Rhodes leaves Perth unscathed because we saw Viper this past week on SmackDown eyeing the world title.
Listen. I'm gonna go even deeper because we're gonna talk about the whole week leading up to it because they were both on Raw and they were on SmackDown, right?
Right.
With Cody this week. I saw a Viper doing it, who I think that's going to cause Cody the match. That's what I think. And I also saw, we'll talk about this later. I also saw Jey Uso on that title. Just saying. This week as well. So I'm under belief that Seth is going to win. I think it'll make more sense right now. Because if this man's building a group and he loses, what does that say there? Right? He's leading the group right now, and then he loses again to a man he can't seem to beat. Now, I understand if CM Punk does cost him that, then it's like, this, that, and the other. I get that. But I think Seth's going to win. And I think it's going to be because of Randy Orton.
I can see that. It might be because of division.
That's a predictable thing, and yes, it could happen too. But Randy Orton came and Randy Orton really didn't have a reason, I guess, other than friendship, to come out there and help Cody. He really didn't have a reason to, right? Other than friendship.
That's true. But
So
that's still the mentor-mentee bond there.
Yeah. So I'm like, hey, what are you gonna do there, man? But that's what's gonna happen there. But hey, that's what I believe is gonna happen. And then, we go from that to now that we know, as number one player mentioned, a botch that happened on SmackDown, which now we got the women. We got Stephanie Vickia versus Tiffany Stratton. Number one player, go ahead and tell them what we saw in person.
So Nia Jax, she got to come to the front of the congregation on this one. She got to go to the front of the congregation. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand you reap what you sow. Last two SmackDowns ago, she stood in the middle of the ring and talked about my girl Jade Cargill about how she is just all well and dandy until it's time to come to the ring. And what happened with Nia Jax? Not only, I mean, let's not forget, this is the same Nia Jax, ladies and gentlemen, that a few years ago, nobody in the women division wanted to wrestle with this lady because she did exactly what she's known to do, and that's injure people in the middle of the match. And what did she do? True to fashion, she botched it all up. Botched it all up. And you can't blame it on Jade Cargill like all of the people want to do. They want to blame everything on Jade Cargill. You can't blame it on her this time because, God, what do you want the girl to do? Get in the ring with blood everywhere? I mean, what do you want her to do?
She got busted open.
It was a simple 1, 2. You're supposed to kick out Nia Jax. You're supposed to kick out. And what happened? I mean, maybe the lights was too bright in Orlando. I get it. This is where the magic happens. This is where the magic happens. So maybe
No pun intended there. Where the magic happened. No pun intended.
maybe the lights was too bright for her, Alabama ambassador. The lights was too bright for her, and she just couldn't get off the mat. She botched it all up. She botched it all up. Just like a week prior, Tiffany botched it all up too. But we're gonna gloss over that and we won't even pay it no mind. But we cannot overlook the fact that Nia Jax, I mean, we're sitting there, me and Lonnie, we're sitting there and we're like, what just happened? what just happened? I digress. I yield the floor back to you.
Now, Alabama ambassador, do you want to follow that? Because he just said a lot.
Not really. It just, but he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong because she was out there talking cash money trash. Like, just I said, ooh, and then I was watching the match. I said, oh, ooh, it wasn't supposed to go like that. That's not right. That's not right. I don't understand. Hmm. Y'all made my homegirl look awkward. And I'm talking about the referee. I know her.
Yeah.
You're right. People
Yeah, I
blaming it
know
on her.
her. I
Yeah.
said, damn, they done made. I still call her Aja. I know that's not her name there, but I said, they got not Aja looking real foolish. Oh, baby, you supposed to count that 3 and get that bonus.
Yeah.
You supposed to get that referee bonus for counting the 3. That's not your job to stop, mama. No, you just use because she didn't. You supposed to get up. Why didn't you get up? What happened? And it just took away from the whole finish of the match. I wasn't too thrilled about Olga. I'm over the Barbie doll. I'm over her.
Yeah.
Um, I'm I'm over her. Like when she cashed in, I said that's cool, but can this end by at least Backlash or WrestleMania? But then when she was wrestling Charlotte, I said okay, she can keep it. But after that, I need somebody else to get it because this is a bit much. They're really force feeding you to be the girl. And I get it. You got to build new people and have new stars. Understood. But you know what? Give it to Alexa. Do something because I can't. I'm over it. I'm over. Can Rhea come over? Can Rhea come over? Is Bianca healthy? Bianca, where you at, baby? We need you. We need you. We need you right now. We need you. We're
Yeah.
on our own right now, Bianca, and we need you. Okay, so because I'm over the bar. I'm over the Barbie doll. I was hoping that Slay on Me had cashed in on her, but I'm happy with what she did. But yeah, I'm over Tiffany. And I was like, oh, it's a triple threat match. I said, first of all, we know that they want Stephanie and Tiffany going against you. Now, if she beat Stephanie, I'm really over it. Like, I, uh, yeah, you know what? Since Slay on Me went away, things ain't been the same. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, since Slay on Me went, things just have not been the same. No, everybody's just proceeding. They're not doing it with caution, and I'm not happy about it. Like, just not. I'm just not thrilled. But Botch. That's got the. I wonder if they still do Botchamanias.
They should.
Because if they do Botchamanias, they used to do a Botchamania episode every week. But you know, one of my favorite Botchamanias is when Booker T said one of the most famous lines of all time. Look at the eyes of Sin Cara. Hey, he can't look at the eyes, but he can't see him. I'm sorry. I'm
Right.
sorry. I'm sorry. He said it though. Look at the eyes of Sin Cara. He can't. We can't. We can't do it, but that's impossible. Please help. And so, so it's just wow, just wow. But no, man. Yeah, that was the match was good up until that point, but we already knew Tiffany was gonna win that thing. So
Yeah,
everything is just placeholding until it's time for that. I'm what I'm saying is I want Stephanie to win.
I think she will, but I also agree. Ronald put a something in there. I do think out of the three that Tiffany and Stephanie is the better options for the match though, because Nia was in the match last year against Liv, and I didn't think Jade was going to win to face Stephanie so soon as well. Maybe later. So I think Tiffany because they're the two of the younger, right? Trying to
Yeah,
see who's gonna work or who's gonna be the one leading this thing, right? So it's gonna be good. And Stephanie's over. When she came out, man, she got a loud pop.
She
You know what
sure
I'm
did.
saying? So I think I'm more interested in this match than I am Cody and Seth because I know Cody and Seth are going to work. I know they're going to make it happen. You know, I'm not
right.
concerned about that. I want to see what happens with Tiffany and Stephanie. I really want to see what happens with this. You know what I'm saying? Like who's really going to take the reins? Who's going to make whose title more dominant? Right? Who's going to be like, no. If we on the same show, my title's going to be a co-main event, not yours. You know, I want to see who's going to fight at it from that angle. Personally, you know, yeah, that's just my take on that.
Yeah, and we're not disagreeing that that's the better match. We're talking simply about it's just like algebra. 1 + 1 is 2.
Man, get to your point. I know you want to say something about Jay. Go ahead and say it.
No, not even about Jay. We're talking about what just simply. I mean, I think Stevie Wonder could have saw what happened. Like, come on. I mean, it was just that bad. It was just that bad. So we're not talking about that. We're just talking about how we got to this point. That's all we're talking about.
Hey,
That's
all
all.
good, man. Hey, look, I mean, all good. We got 2 matches booked there booked there already. Looks like it's going to be good. I can't, but I want to kind of transition to the next match that we have that's already confirmed. We got Cena, AJ Styles.
Oh boy.
Now, court coming off WrestlePalooza, I didn't know if they was gonna do like Brock and Cena again. I didn't know, or if they're gonna because that's Cena's scheduled next appearance. So chances are he wasn't gonna appear. No matter how the match went, he wasn't gonna appear until Crown Jewel. So according to what I hear, it's because the fans wanted the match. From what I'm seeing on social media, that's why this match is happening. So I don't know. I guess it wasn't the original plan. Again, me personally, and I give the floor to y'all after this. I'm not concerned about this match being any kind of way because I feel the chemistry is great and Cena proved that he can still go with great matches. I go back to Cody and Logan. You know what I'm saying? Like he can still go even at this age with the right dancing partner. So I don't see it being any different with AJ. Now I don't think they're gonna top their SummerSlam and Royal Rumble match, but but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. As the as Booker T said. Check it, nigga, quack, quack.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Booker T, holler at us. Holler at us, Booker T. Holler at us, OG.
We gotta get it. We
Right.
gotta get it. All right. So this match right here, ladies and gentlemen, this match, AJ Styles and John Cena, you're about to see the best match next to Brock Lesnar and John Cena. I got y'all. Okay, I got y'all. No, I'm serious. It's gonna be a good match. It's gonna be a good match. It's gonna be a good match. You fans got what you wanted. Like I said, this is the most softest generation that we're living in, and you all got what you wanted. You got what you wanted. AJ Styles versus John Cena. We have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, we only have either 4 or 5 more appearances. We cannot get everything out of this last run, and we just have to come to grips with that. I mean, we just have to come to grips with that. But you guys are getting AJ Styles and John Cena, which was probably going to be. I would have loved to have seen both of these guys go back at it in their prime. That would have been bananas. But we're still going to get a good version of both of them, so to speak, because AJ Styles says he's retiring next year, rightfully so. Hall of Fame career. I mean, definitely a Hall of Fame career.
3 different Hall of Fame careers.
Yes, yes, definitely a Hall of Fame career. And he's on somebody's Mount Rushmore. Mine's just happened to have 5 spaces filled up by the same guy. I mean, I'm just saying.
Cut him off. Cut him off now. Just get rid of him.
First of all, last I checked, the Mount Rushmore got 4 heads. But
oh yeah, see that's how big mine is. I'm just saying that's how big mine is. We got to create a whole nother space for this guy. But that's neither here nor there. That's for another episode. It's going to be a great.
That's every episode that with you on.
I'm trying to get the point across. It's going to be a great match. It's going to be really good, really good, really good. I'm ready for the whole retirement tour to be over. I think we've been in it long enough. We've been in it long enough.
I mean, the man said a year. I mean, you're getting what he said you're going to do.
Man, this has been the longest year of my life. Trying to see John Cena roll out.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, Jesus.
Hey, look. All I'm saying is he getting what, you know, he did it. He started. He won the chamber, had a heel run, became face again. You know, I get it, you know, but the man, he's doing what he said he was going to do. Like, because the fact of the matter is, if he didn't, we'll be hitting the other side from a lot of the fans. Well, he didn't do this, he didn't do that, and he you know, he's getting it. But I understand, you know, but what is this, about 4 more appearances and 3 after Crown Jewel, right? And that's
4.
And then what, probably a Raw Survivor Series and the 13th?
No, they just added a Saturday night main event before the December one. They got
the December one. I think that's his last one.
Yeah, November 1st, right? November 1st?
Now,
December.
Well, no, they just added another Saturday night main event happening in November too. So
yeah, November 1st. Yeah, November, in Utah, I think, or something like that.
I'm wondering, because your boy Ed said he ain't coming back to AEW. Now, this is just fantasy booking, because I think Ed's probably gonna go off and do some type of movie role.
Yeah.
But if he's not doing a movie role, it'll be cool to see him go up against you guys, fans. Not you guys here, but I'm talking about them back there in the digital audience. You guys. It'd be great to see him face the year ago. Yeah.
But he's saying that I don't know how true this is, and maybe he re-signed, but apparently his contract is up in October. Edge, Adam Copeland, whatever they call him today. But so, you know, but that's what the rumor is. I can't officially confirm that, obviously, because I didn't see him sign the paper, but that's what everybody's saying, that his contract is up. So, and I think he's going to film Percy Jackson again, like a new season of that or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So yeah, but you know, look, I get it too. Like, but Cena AJ's going to be a nice treat for the fans, and then we're going to get into maybe what they really want to do, I guess. Which I think now there's conversations about Team Tina, Team Lesnar, Survivor Series. Then you have Brock talking to Paul Heyman. Does he join force with all these different things going on? I'm the kind of one, I just want to let it cook and see what happens. You know, that's just kind of how I roll. I was like, let it cook and see what happens. Are there things I don't like? Absolutely. There are things that happen that I don't like, but at the same time, I still want to look at it and see what happens, right? So, but that's it. I mean, look at the week we've had already leading up to this. Crown Jewel's not even here yet. Look at all these things we've had. Like, right? Of course, we had LA Knight take on Jey Uso, and then Jey Uso looking at Cody Rhodes' title, right? Randy Orton comes back and help. Jacob Fatu comes back, and he's going up against Drew. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of these things are happening this week. Just in WWE alone. AEW introduces women's tag team titles.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? By the way, AEW is coming back to Florida, just for the local Florida fans that's watching this. I mean, it's gonna be in Jacksonville, Lakeland, and Hollywood, I think. Hollywood, Florida. Just an FYI, just, you know, for people, just, you know, Florida, right?
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it here. Gotta
I
love it
just
here.
want to say that. I just want to say that because another player was going to think that. But anyway, my
Gotta
point
love it.
being,
So,
but see,
gentlemen.
but you got all that going on. You got Crown Jewel, you got Wrestle Dream, you got all these things. You got Bound for Glory. There's so much going on, just in the world of wrestling right now. And I know we didn't talk about all our on SmackDown, but we got to keep on watching because there's a lot of things that are going to happen. When Dynamite comes up, man, I mean, all these different things are going to happen there. What we got? What I Quit with Darby Allin and John Mox.
They got the first ever explosion match. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Don't
He
mind
tried
me.
to barbecue that boy. That was crazy.
That was crazy. Hey, he was straight up 4th of July in that Joker.
Man, Darby did some questionable things and on the show. He did some questionable things, man. Trying to run people over in the body. He did some questionable things, man.
Hey,
Hey man, listen, man. AEW and WWE are two wrestling companies, but they are in two completely different spectrums when they come to doing these pay-per-views and PLEs.
Mhm,
As I'm gonna say it, I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. AEW does not miss on pay-per-views.
mhm,
They do not miss. People always saying WWE is too short and AEW is too long. For the amount of money that you paying AEW, they are giving you your absolute bang for your buck.
mhm,
You are getting every different type. What I like about that pay per views, there's something for everybody on each one of their shows, and that's what I like. You want hardcore wrestling is there. You want technical wrestling is there. You want Americanized wrestling is there. You want lucha libre is there. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is on their shows. You're not missing nothing. Sometimes all that shit is in one match. So
mhm,
you know,
mhm,
so you know what I'm saying? You want Japanese strong style, it's there. Like you had Japanese strong style and lucha libre in one match because to me that was probably the best match on the card. And I
mhm,
know y'all already did a show about those shows, but that that Takeshita Okada and Dorado match, sheesh, wow. So
mhm,
yeah, man. But I digress from the original point. I'm just saying they two wrestling companies, but they two completely different ones.
mhm.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. Darby watching Twisted Metal.
I'm
I'm
so sick of you.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, like it's man, and this year, man, when we do our year end, when we recap what's happening, this happened this year, 2025, or a wrestling, man, like it's so much to talk about. So start getting your notes ready now, guys, because
Yeah,
and we have so much to look forward to, like what's going to happen these last few matches. You know what I'm saying? So man, it's going to be crazy because I think AEW has Wrestle Dream coming up next. And I
yeah.
think in November they're going back to Newark for or is it World End in Newark? I can't remember. Can't remember right now, but
mm,
what they're gonna look like. And then then we get right back into the beginning. Here we go. We're going back to the beginning of the year, and then we got things kicking off there, man. So hey, look, we here to enjoy it. We here, to talk, say what we got to say about it. Whether it be, I know I would say this. Um, I know there's a lot of controversial things going on around different companies about certain things and certain decisions, and that's going to always be there. I mean, that's been wrestling since we known it. But hey, man, we still get to enjoy it, honestly.
that's right.
Honestly, but I say this. Look, man, there's all, but just enjoy it. That'd be my advice because if your biggest problem is what's going on in wrestling, then you're doing all right in life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
If the biggest, if your life,
absolutely.
if the biggest thing in your life right now is the biggest issue is what's going on in wrestling, then you're doing all right in life. And I just, I just leave it at that.
before we
Sean,
roll.
you got another comment? What did he say?
Yeah, it's two more. It's two comments here. I'll go to the second one first before I get to the other one. So,
Mm,
Shine Bright for you says, I think WWE will step their game up, at least on PLEs that will air on ESPN due to their embarrassment of earning a C on their last PLE. And
mhm,
then Ronald Crumpton sounds very familiar. This guy sounds
Mhm.
that name sounds familiar. But this guy says that Tony and was it Mariah will
Mirror.
what would be the first tag champions. I was thinking that same thing too. Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah,
Hmm.
interesting, interesting. We want to know what you guys think down in the comment section. Who do you think is going to be the first female tag team champion out of AEW?
Hold on, though. Bastard taking a moment. Have your moment. What's going on there?
I'm trying to think.
He saw that. He saw it. I know what he saw. I'm with you. I know what you saw. You had a flashback. I know.
I'm so sorry I can't deal with you right now.
I won't tell the visual audience. I won't tell.
Not. I I would like to see. I don't know who she would team with, but I want the queen to get it, man. I want the queen to get it because she always putting on dope matches. I'm
Mhm.
talking about Queen Aminata. Like
Mhm.
I would love to see her get it, but I'm thinking, yeah, one of them triangle or tear or whatever they call themselves. That group might get it. I don't know, because these makeshift tag teams seem to be real successful in AEW. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But that's what I was thinking. I was like, man, I want Queen Aminata to get something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What was that? Was something else that popped up on here? See, I have a
Uh,
thing. It's not letting me read it.
okay. It could either be Athena and Billy Starks or Julia and Sky Blue.
Yeah. Did they mention too? They having a tournament? Did they announce that? Right? Or what?
Yeah. And what Buddy said about WWE stepping their game up, they're gonna have to, because
Yeah,
ESPN called them right on out.
they sure
Where
did.
they called them right, and thank goodness, because the fans can call them out all day, but when the people that paying you them ducats start saying you need to
Mhm.
step your game up. I think WWE should be 8 matches minimum for a
Mhm.
PLE. 8, 5 matches is not enough for what they're charging people to come in there.
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? So I need 8 matches minimum. You got more than enough championships for all these to have a bunch of championship matches.
Mhm.
Like the equity is there. Like you got it. And like I said, because the me and my son were talking about it at Sean's football game. I said that they over promise and under delivered.
hmm
And that's how I felt about the show. I mean, I'm glad it was a show on, but the way they talked about the show was that it was going to be on par with WrestleMania or SummerSlam, and it really wasn't. I'm
hmm
not saying I didn't enjoy it, but what I'm saying is, for what you said it was going to be, like somebody's going to be surprised as well as the surprise Pat McAfee coming. Like I'm serious, and that's no disrespect to him because I enjoy his work, but I was watching Pat McAfee on College Game Day earlier jump into a pool.
Mhm.
Pat,
So
Pat
I
having a
didn't,
year of his life.
huh?
I said Pat having the time of his life this year. God, no.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And then, he showed up and Tyrese Halliburton got out the car.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's the surprise. And then Stephanie going into the Hall of Fame. Again, that kind of seems self-serving to me because I feel like Shane McMahon should go in before her. But that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Uh, and she liked to say she was a part of the women's revolution, but I'm like, how? They just complained to you and you had to do something about it.
Mhm.
So again, these are my personal takes. Not saying I don't know. Again, I don't know this woman personally, but I'm talking about from my scope. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I don't think the show, for what they said the show was supposed to be, it wasn't that. It was
Mhm.
just like it was like a fast lane or a great balls of fire or like
Mhm.
it was one of those, you know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
like I said, to me, they overpromise and underdeliver, and I'm glad ESPN is bringing them to the floor about it.
I feel like my guy Triple H might have misspoke before some things might have been finalized. Yeah, I see. You didn't think I was gonna do it, did you? You didn't think I was gonna do it. You didn't think I was gonna do it. I think he may have misspoke before things were finalized. That's the way I'm looking at it. I mean, because he went out there on a limb, and maybe some things fell through the crack, big time. It probably wasn't even a crack. It probably was a big giant hole.
Ladies and
On them
gentlemen,
Florida sinkholes.
oh,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, on this day, Sunday, September the 28th. Don't go off the camera. Don't go off the camera.
All right, bring it back up.
I'm having
Bring it back up.
No.
This is
Bring your behind back on
What
this thing.
happened to my camera?
Come here. Come here.
Again,
Come here.
September 28th at 5:32. I think for the first time ever in life,
What?
this man has said he thinks Triple H didn't do something to up the par. In his own words.
Let's compartmentalize this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's compartmentalize this. This is what I'm saying. You know, the great Triple H. I mean, as great as he is, I have a file cabinet here, and there's a long list of greatest things this guy's done. Now, I'm just saying, maybe he misspoke before things are actually finalized. You know, we all get excited. You ever called your best friend? Dog, boy, it's about to happen. And it just didn't happen. And it just didn't happen. Sometimes you got to eat crow, ladies and gentlemen, and sometimes you got to eat it.
One thing I will say, in all seriousness about it, we like to have a good time, y'all. Y'all have been following us for almost 2 years. You know we like to have a good time. And one thing I will say about WWE, they've been doing this for a while. Triple H was trained by Vince and a lot of different things. So when you have this kind of things come out, you're still gonna two things I say. You're still gonna come out on the other side. I think you're gonna be okay. Yeah, you're gonna take some L's, some lickings, if you will. And now the ESPN is grading you. Yeah, I get it. You know, I get it. C is passing, but you won't higher than a C, right? You do.
Right.
Before you finish, I just had a thought. How do we know that person that gave WWE a C is just adamantly, just totally against Triple H? How do we know that? We don't even know. We don't know the backstory. We just don't know the backstory.
Don't try to make up for what you just did. You already put it out there. That's what you're trying to do.
Right. You're trying to clean it up now. You're trying to clean it up. You can't slip for that, Joe. You ain't no slip from out for this one.
No,
I'm just saying.
The one thing I hope that the one thing I will say sometimes in the wrestling community, and this is not me trying to put somebody over when I say this in the wrestling community. And I think I said this on the show, or I heard it too. Whether this was going to be a top tier to success for the inaugural PLE on ESPN, or whether it wasn't, it was going to be the talk of the town.
Mm-hmm.
AEW had All Out the same day that went into WrestlePalooza, but nobody was barely as good as that show was from what I hear, because I didn't get to see it. Nobody really was talking about that as much as how WWE might have missed the mark in a lot of people's opinion, right? So from that gesture, and I would think a company would say, I'm gonna say a company, how do we build on this? Right? Because now we got an expectation. Everybody's still talking about us, even though we probably missed, and I'm sure they had these conversations. Yeah, we missed this one. You know what I'm saying? Or this didn't do what we thought it would do. Right? But I think they are built to handle these types of things based on the history alone. I mean, look at all the personal things they went through. They almost went out of business in the Monday Night Wars. Almost went out of business.
Somebody named Triple H.
You know what I'm saying? So I think they'll be okay. What, man? You know what? Old time's sake, might hit you with a stone cold stunner.
I already owe him a chop. Yeah.
All I'm saying, man, is that, but you know, I personally, if you ask me, if you know me, I want everybody to be successful. I want everybody to be successful, man. So, but hey, we got more to come, right? More to come. A lot of wrestling left for the year. So, but yeah, final thoughts, gentlemen. Final thoughts on today's show, or anything else we feel like we might have missed today, or just in general, man.
I'll let you
and we appreciate y'all in the chat too for keeping up with us.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all.
I'm like I said, I'm just glad to be back. Like I said, I told y'all yesterday, I appreciate y'all having my back, checking on me, looking out for me. I'm glad to be back. And yeah, man, y'all continue supporting the show, share the show, bring more people with you to the chat. I can't read the comments just yet, but they can, and I love hearing feedback from everybody. And I'm just glad to be back, man. We in the corner because we got this championships. Let's go.
Hey, yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a show. It has been a great show. I mean, you got a lot here. You have to. There's a bell notification somewhere around here. Press that bell notification so you be the first one to know when we go live. Also, visit Champions Corner podcast.com. You can find everything there. And we're on. You brought up a good point, Lonnie. We're almost 2 years in this thing.
Mhm.
It went by so fast. It went by
Mhm.
so but as it's beginning to rain here in Central Florida, I want you all to know in the digital audience that everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right. There's a certain guy that has this in the bag. I'm not gonna say it because a lot of people may be hating. I'm not gonna say that, but we'll see what happens. There's a lot more wrestling to come in the year, and I'm excited. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm excited. There's a lot of things to look forward to.
You know what? Before we log off, here's my closing thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to give him because as you heard, he's back today. He's back. So, ladies and gentlemen, not gonna get into all that's nothing you need to know, but I will tell you, it takes a lot for someone to show up and do things when they're going through personal things in their life. So, but that's the heart of a champion. That's the mode of a champion who will show up and do things. Even something is what you may think is simple, showing up on a podcast, but it takes a lot of effort because you don't know what people got going on. So the champions moment is dedicated to the Alabama ambassador for going on and gracing us, coming on this, showing up, man, and just kind of talking about something you love doing.
Yeah.
And so, man, you are, brother. We know how we are here, man. We always take the time we need to do what we got to do, man. Again, like I said, if wrestling tickets are the biggest problem in your life, then you're doing all right. And I don't mean that to be a jam. I don't mean it to be a jam. I'm just calling it what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So welcome back, man. We love you, brother, and we appreciate you being here, man, sharing your knowledge and your wisdom and your history in the business. For those of you who don't know, he is a professional wrestler. So yeah, man, we appreciate you showing up and doing your thing. As a matter of fact, a multiple time champion at that. As a matter of fact, he also a 49er fan, but we ain't gonna talk about that real quick, But hey, hey, they losing right now, but we still fans.
Yeah. Oh, they got me tight over here, boy. I'm tighter than cowboy jeans right now. I am tight.
But yeah, man. We want to say a shout out.
The digital audience is laughing at you, 49ers.
Look here, man. Look here, man. Tony, I see you, man. I think tonight you're gonna catch a big L, bro.
Yeah,
Michael Parsons gonna run your whole old line over. So just tell that to get ready.
Them Cowboys. They catch L's like old Nia Jax catching that L.
Oh. But yeah, y'all. I guess John Bright. I guess he's an Eagles fan. Yeah. Okay, I mean, y'all won today too.
Yep.
Yeah, y'all won today. Yeah.
Oh, the Giants beat the Chargers.
Ooh.
Yeah, there ain't too many undefeated teams left.
No. Those Panthers. How about them Patriots?
You said that with a straight face too.
Yeah, we had a we got an excuse in New England. We got an excuse.
Oh, what's that?
The greatest quarterback, arguably, to live within the last. Jesus. He just went away. We got to
Joe Montana.
No, not Joe Montana. We've won since Joe Montana. We've got 7 out of this thing. It's all good.
Hold on. Who got 7? Hold on. Who got 7?
Oh, I forgot. Brady got 7, but we actually got 6. We got 6. We got 6. We got 6.
Hey,
We got 6.
but nonetheless, man, we enjoy it all, y'all. As you can see, we sometimes we throw a little football in there, but nonetheless, in all readiness, man, Alabama ambassador, it's good to see you back. #1 player, you already know how we do, man. It's always good to see you, man. So and a shout out to the team, Kiwanis, Miss Highlights, the Professor BJ, Ron Crutton, your favorite host, Mr. Highlights. No, she's Miss Adlib. He's Mr. Highlights. There you go. What else you call him? Favorite host, all those cool things, and even my wife. It's analytical. So it's next. So let's get it, man. We're here to help y'all and entertain y'all, and hopefully to take y'all mind off of things too.
Just for the fans out there.
But shout out to the #1 player. Shout out to Alabama ambassador. I am the historian. We thank you for joining us. Peace and love, y'all. Have a good night.